Hello, hello, lovies. Yes, it is a black and white kind of a day. Oh my goodness. Oh, before I even get started, I don't know if this is going to come through looking backwards, but it says, you are enough. Okay. So shout out to my friend Michelle who bought me this sweatshirt. I love it. Man, oh man, let me tell you, the weather outside, you see, I've got a whole sweatshirt on. I'm not a winter clothes, fall clothes person like at all. I really only like summer. I don't like spring. Summer is it. And the less clothes, the better. I don't know. I'm just a total like beach girl. Oh my goodness. So I am watching my friend's dog while she gets all situated. That's Leo. I don't know. We might hear him throughout this podcast. I hope. Leo, can you be quiet? Leo, can you be quiet? We're going to see what happens. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to do this before people come knocking on my door. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this week, I tell you, every week it's like something that's so good that I feel that could really help people, which is actually the whole purpose and why I do this, right? Ooh, we are talking about the power of boundaries. Ooh, 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 ooh. And I am such a people pleaser, so this one is definitely hard for me. Oh my goodness. I really hope it's going to be quiet. Hi. Okay, I feel like I might need to give him something to like hold his attention. I don't know. He's like rubbing into his little toy thing. Oh my goodness. Hopefully that is not going to be loud on this. Oh Lord. I know you won't be able to hear it on my mic. Oops. The joy of having a fur baby while you're trying to record. Oh my gosh. Lord have mercy. I can't make this up, right? Oh my gosh. All right. So anyway, so this is going to be a great episode. Let's see what's going on in my life. Oh, it has been just definitely these last few days. I just tell you, whenever it rains, it pours, right? Oh my goodness. Why did a police officer, I don't know why she wanted to pull me over. I'm trying to do my civic duty, go vote. She wanted to pull me over, told me my tint is too dark, which in the state of Florida, it is not. So I just happened to be up here in Georgia. So there was that. What else? Oh my gosh. And there was other stuff that was going on, work related. Oh my goodness. All I have to say is, whatever line of work you do, make sure you have some kind of side hustle. That's it. Whatever you do, especially if you're in radio, make sure you have a side hustle. But it's really important to have a side hustle regardless of whatever industry that you're in. I don't care. You don't want to rely on somebody else, right? All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get this party started. You know what I like to do. I need to do this countdown. So here we go. Let's go. In 3, 2, 1. Hi, and welcome to Your Life Cheerleader. This is the podcast where I, who am your host, Sky, I get a chance to encourage and uplift you and just give you all kinds of fuel for your life journey, right? Because sometimes we need that. We need some fuel. We need to be replenished. And that's my goal here with this podcast. This week, we are in my second season, week 9. And I want to talk about the power of boundaries. Ooh, Ooh, I know. What does that mean? We're going to protect our space and our energy because everybody does not deserve our energy, right? Just point blank. And what we have to focus on is that these boundaries, these are the bridges to our peace. Don't think of them as we're putting up walls and trying to get people out. No, boundaries are set for protection, right? We are protecting our peace. And it is especially hard. Boundaries are especially hard for me because I am such a people pleaser. I have a hard time saying no. I am working on that. It is, because you just want to make everybody happy. And you don't want to be that mean girl, that mean person. Ooh, she said no to me. Even with our kids, when my daughter was growing up, I was probably a yes mom. I mean, I did say no, but for the most part, I think my kid pretty much got what she wanted, within reason. Obviously, if it was going to harm her, there was a no to that. But like other maybe little minute things, it's like, nah, sure, why not, right? And then sometimes we are yes people with our friends, and our friends want our time, knowing that we can't do something, or we may not have the money. I think for me, when I decided to give money to my friends, because I learned early on, if you need that money, don't give it to your friend. If that friend's like, hey, can I borrow $200? And you need that $200, don't give it to them, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to be like, so can I get my money back? Can I get my money back? Can I get my money back? And your friend might not be in a position right then and there to give you that money. And now it's going to cause a little bit of strife between that relationship, right? So for me, I only give money if I know, hey, I don't need that money back. I'm good. It's not I'm loaning it to you. It's I am giving this to you. Don't even worry about paying me back, honey. That's the only way that you will actually have peace of mind, because otherwise you're going to be a bounty hunter and try and track that money down, baby. But back to the power of boundaries. Boundaries actually honor you, and when you say no, that is actually self-love, because you are creating that peace within, and that peace within is a part of self-love. And do not think of boundaries. So let's say you have a boundary. Okay, it's Friday night. Hey, this is what I do on my Friday nights because I don't want to give too much of myself. I don't want to burn my battery out, right? So you might just stay in on Fridays. That is how you show yourself love. And now your friends may not understand. Hey girl, you don't want to come out and hang out with us? Oh, you're going to stay in the house? Yes, I'm going to stay in the house because I need this time for myself. And that is okay. You are not a bad friend, not at all. It's an act of self-love. And if your friends are your true friends, then they will understand it. And if they don't, maybe you need to explain it in a way that they can understand it, right? So, and not that you are shutting people out when you tell them no. It's just that you've got to control the flow of what's coming in to your life, right? Because otherwise it's going to be like this whole tsunami if you don't put up a wall. It's kind of like putting up a dam. You control that flow of water. Otherwise, it's just going to be just this big gush of water all coming. And what's going to happen? You're going to drown. And we don't want that, because when you drown, nobody wins. That's just not a good thing. So Don't think of it as you shutting people out. Also, like I just discussed with, giving money or giving your time, right? Hey, can you come help me move? Or can you come in? Oh, you know what? Better yet, if you're at work, hey, do you think you could do this? Knowing that you really do not have the time to help your coworker or to help your friend. And when you say yes anyway, sometimes that yes turns into a resentment. Ooh, they just make me sick when they ask me this all the time. Well, no, you probably really should have just said, no, I can't help out right now because I've got a ton of stuff I have to take care of already. So I can't add any more onto my plate. That way, because you don't want to just be you don't want to resent that other person, right? Or your job. You just definitely that's just not a good thing. You want to be a cheerful giver. In the Bible, it's like, hey, God loves a cheerful giver. You don't want to be like, oh, I know you need this $200, girl. Here, but I need it back. And I need it back in a week. That's really not cheerful giving. That means that you really don't have it to give. And that's okay. That's why you have to say, ooh, no, I can't give you $200, but I can give you $10. And then you don't even worry about that $10. So definitely just don't think of it as you're being the mean person, you're being bad, or you're not being a good friend. You're not being mean. You are being true to yourself. You're being true to the situation. And when you do give what you can give, now you're giving cheerfully. And it's not going to bother you. And you're not going to be hounding that person. Hey, can I get that money back? So just think twice when somebody asks you, hey, can I borrow? Think back. Do you have that money? Do you have that time? Do you have whatever it is to give and to not worry about you're going to lose something in return? So think about that. Also, when you say no, don't worry about if somebody says, well, why? You do not have to give an explanation as to why you cannot do something. You just don't. It's just no. That's it. It's just no. If you want to give an explanation, sure, but don't feel obligated to give somebody a reason as to why you can't do something, why you don't have the time. So, because, sometimes some people make you feel bad. Be like, oh, if that's what you want to do, if that's how you want to be, yeah, that's just what's going to happen. It's okay. You know what? And if they're your friend, they will get over it. And actually, if they're your friend, they won't use that. So, and sometimes you just got to just look at the relationships that you actually do have with people. Because if somebody is consistently making you feel bad, why are they there, right? So, again, you do not have to have an explanation. And this is something that I'm actually working on. Oh, I have a hard time. I feel like I need to go ahead and give you all the reasons. Why? Because I just don't want you to be mad at me. And 9 times out of 10, guess what? They're not going to be mad at you. They're going to just say, okay, and just move on to the next person, right? So then the other thing, you've got to allow some time in your own schedule for some self-care. You've got to put yourself first. That sounds selfish, right? Put yourself first. But think about it. And you hear this example all the time. When you're on an airplane and the flight attendants are explaining, should something happen and the cabin lose pressure, then the masks come down, those oxygen masks. And what do they say? Do they say, "Ooh, girl, when that mask comes down, go ahead and put it on your neighbor"? No, they say put it on yourself. Because if you can't breathe, how are you going to help somebody else? If you don't have the energy in your body, how are you going to help somebody else? How? You can't. So that self-care is not being selfish. Self-care is so that you can help somebody else and you can help them in a better way than if you were depleted. If your oxygen was depleted, how are you going to help them? Because you're over here struggling and now both of you guys are struggling. But go ahead and get filled up. And then you can go and help them. So self-care, put yourself first, right? And don't feel bad about it. That's the big thing. Don't feel bad about it. Because you got to realize when you're starting to get drained, what are those areas where you're starting to get drained? You need some self-care there. You need to just kind of reevaluate. What else? Yeah. And like I said, you are going to be able to we can set boundaries, even as people pleasers. And I think we just have to just do it a little bit at a time. We can just practice by saying no in a nice way. But we have to say it in a firm way. Even if we're people pleasers. And I know it is going to drive us crazy. Right? Because we just don't want to be that person. So yes, if you are a people pleaser, you can say no. And in a nice way. And that is okay. We just got to learn how to set these boundaries up. And I'm in it right here with you, trying to learn. And no, is it easy? No. Will it take time? Yes. But we can do it. Because I've already started that, I can't do it. Or if I do it, here are the stipulations that are involved. Yes, I can do this for you. Yes, I can watch your dog for you. However, I'm going to be going out of town on this day. So arrangements will have to be made. So, it's a process. Life is a process, right? And then the other thing is we've got to be clear when we tell them no. We don't want to say, maybe, because that maybe is just it's just in the air and it's just not a clear answer. And then when you come back with an answer, it could possibly lead to some kind of resentment from them. Oh, well, you said maybe. Maybe didn't mean no. So what do you mean? You said that you were going to be able to do X, Y, and Z, and now you're coming back and telling me that you can't? And all the while, you're like, all I said was maybe. I didn't say I would do it. But you got to understand, people hear what they want to hear. So when you say maybe, they hear yes. But maybe to you might be leaning more so on the, no, I don't think I'm going to be able to make that happen. So if you're just clear up front, be clear when you communicate and just say no. That way there are no gray lines. Well, I thought, nope, just no is just no. So that maybe I'll see, that's not going to cut it. That just doesn't cut it. Yes or no. Now this here, now that yes or no, don't always just say yes because you want to avoid a conflict. I don't like conflicts. So sometimes I might just say yes. And then guess what happens? Yep, that resentment comes and I'm like, oh, why did I tell this person that I would do this? Now you're dealing with all this frustration. And see, I'm a master at hiding that frustration. Oh, that person's not going to know. But on the inside, woo. And that's not a good thing, because now we are eating ourselves up from the inside, right? And if I would have just said no, I cannot do that. No, I can't take you there. No, I can't add that task on. Will they be happy? They might not be. But it's better to give them a firm no than a yes that is now, I might have to say, ooh, I'm not going to be able to carry this task out for you. Now, this person is looking at me upset, and a bigger conflict than the one that I thought was going to happen is actually going to happen. So I know it is saying no and setting up boundaries can be rough, it's very hard. A lot of us have a hard time doing it, but it can be done, because you do have some people out there. No. And that might be a whole different podcast. But the main thing that we're talking about here is just setting up those boundaries and knowing that it's okay for you to set up boundaries, and for you to know that, no, you're not a mean person. Know that you're not a bad person. And no, you're not shutting people out. You're just simply controlling the flow of what's coming in. You're not trying to get hit with a whole wave of now all of your energy is gone. Because at the end of the day, we want to protect our peace. When we protect our peace, we protect the peace also of those that we're in relationship with. So, but yeah, and like I said, it's okay to say no. And what are your non-negotiables? For me, hey, if we're going out, I'm really not trying to be in a place where someone is smoking cigarettes or a ton of cigars. That's a non-negotiable for me. Or if someone is wanting me to do something that goes against my moral values. Nope. Sorry, I've got boundaries. I'm putting that up because I've got to filter what's coming in. Why? Ultimately, because I've got to protect my peace. And that's what it's all about, ultimately. Protecting our peace. So, what is that list of non-negotiables for you? Think about that whenever you go through your life and people are coming to you with, can you do this and can you do that? Is that in your list of non-negotiables? If it is, you can go ahead and decline that. That is okay. And it is okay to say no. So that is it. I just want you to have peace within, right? I want you to choose peace over people pleasing, because when you choose peace, that is an act of self-love. That act of self-love will spill over into your relationships, and then they'll see that. And that peace and that self-love is going to actually create a better relationship, right? So just think about that the next time somebody asks you to do something. It's okay to say no. I really hope that this has helped you. If you know someone who might be a people pleaser and always feels the need to say yes all the time, share this episode with them. Let them know that they are not alone and that it is okay to say no. They can do it. Just start practicing. You can start practicing. And, it's something small. and then they can just work up to that. But definitely share this episode with them. And that's what I got for you. That is it. I thank you as always for tuning in. I hope that I am an encouragement to you. I hope that you do share and like this. I'm on YouTube. I'm also Spotify, or actually everywhere that you can stream podcast. So tell a friend to tell a friend. And remember, it is okay to say no. Just say no. But with a smile. I'll see you back here real soon. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh. I do have a hard time sometimes saying no. I'm working on that. It's a process. I'm definitely getting better. And you can get better too. So thank you again for always hanging out with me. I'm hoping that you are learning something. I'm really glad that Leo was being quiet. Oh my gosh. He just tore up the dog. Well, this doll that he has. Oh. That's why he was quiet. Anyway, I am outie. Let me go clean this mess up. Fur babies. You gotta love them. I'll see you later. Bye. Wait, hold on. Give me a high five. Crazy mutt.